The apartment was filled with a special kind of quiet, the hum of anticipation before the first note of a favorite song. Sophia leaned closer to the mirror, the soft flick of her lipstick case, the only sound. A final glance, a deep breath. Tonight felt different. Stepping lightly across the dressing area, Sophia slipped her feet into the waiting heels by the door. Nate poured a drink, then stood by the window, the city lights and glittering tapestry below. He heard the soft rustle of her dress before he saw her. When he turned, the city faded away. She was the only view that mattered. "Wow, you look stunning," he said in a sensuous voice. Sophia smiled, a slow, genuine curve of her lips. "You're not so bad yourself," she said, smoothing the lapel of his jacket. In that small touch, a universe of shared affection passed between them. They were ready. They took Sophia's car, which she drove to their destination. This was a switch-up of their usual routine where Nate typically took the wheel during their outings. The city appeared as a blur of neon lights through the vehicle's window, with streetlights streaming past like shooting stars. During the journey, Nate held Sophia's hand, gently tracing patterns across her knuckles. They remained silent, allowing the energy of the city and the warmth of their joined hands to convey their sentiments. A subtle rhythmic bass line was audible before the entrance came into full view, creating a steady pulse that drew them forward. The doorway itself was discreet and immaculate, distinguished solely by a muted, colored light. It had been a while since they had visited this place, but they were back to enjoy a wonderful evening at one of the most popular ballrooms in town, Chateau de Danse. The building had multiple rooms, all with different decor. The couple found a fancy cream-colored party room where there was a blend of light jazz and soul playing low in the background. They grabbed a table near the entrance of the room. The drinks they had ordered had arrived. They were cold and crisp, and with each sip the tension of their busy week melted away. They shared playful banter and stolen glances. After sitting for a while, they heard laughter and the distant notes of a waltz floating through the air. Sophia leaned in, her eyes sparkling with amusement as Nate teased her about the last time they danced there, how she had nearly tripped him with a daring spin. They started to hear couples gathering on the dance floor from the next room. They then joined the rhythm that beckoned them forward. They entered the room where the music was coming from. The air was thick and smelled of perfume and excitement. A slow, sultry melody began to play as they headed to the dance floor. Nate held his hand out to Sophia. "May I have this dance?" he asked, his eyes sparkling. Sophia took his hand without a word, letting him lead her to the polished dance floor. He pulled her close and the rest of the room melted away. It was just them moving to the rhythm of the music and the beat of their own hearts. His hand was warm on the small of her back, her head rested perfectly on the hollow of his shoulder. Their feet gliding effortlessly across the floor, perfectly attuned to every shift in melody. Sophia felt the subtle pressure of Nate's hand guiding her through each turn, the connection between them deepening with every beat. Their movements became a wordless conversation, each step a promise, each spin a burst of joy. The song built toward its crescendo, and as it did, they drew closer once again, Nate's hand firm and protective, Sophia's touch tender and sure. Lost in a dance that was theirs alone, the energy of the night swirled around them as they moved together through the shimmering hush of the ballroom. The tempo shifted again, the beat becoming more energetic and playful. They stayed on the floor, laughter bubbling up between them. Sophia twirled, her dress flaring around her, and Nate caught her, spinning her back into his arms with a grin. When they exited the building, they paused briefly. The sky transitioned gently from pitch black to a rich shade of indigo, and the crisp night breeze felt refreshing. Rather than waiting for the valet, they chose to stroll to the car, eager to savor the evening air. They walked in comfortable silence, the echo of the music still humming in their veins. Their hands linked together. The sidewalks glistened faintly under the city lights, each step carrying them farther from the music and closer to a quiet intimacy reserved just for them. Sophia leaned her head against Nate's shoulder as they walked, her laughter was soft and content, the cool air swirling the scent of her perfume between them. They spoke little, sharing the kind of peaceful understanding that comes when words are no longer necessary. As they reached the car, Nate pressed a gentle kiss to Sophia's temple, and she smiled up at him, grateful for a night that felt both new and timeless. The night was a perfect reminder that their best rhythm was the one they found together.